I'm now here with Pamela DePeace-White, one of our many principals here at East Ramapo School District, and she is the proud principal of Elmwood Elementary School, which is a 3 through 6 school, and we're talking about Eureka Math Squared. And through our district walks through the all the many schools, we're finding that the program, the platform that is used, is very engaging for the students. The teachers are really feeling comfortable with the way it's rolled out, and also the resources, the many resources that they have.
Eureka Math Squared also gives students a deeper understanding of all the concepts.
Yeah.
So that's one of the most amazing things about it. Students aren't just learning about their facts, they're learning the why behind things, which is hard to grapple with sometimes.
Absolutely.
But when students have that deeper understanding of the why behind why 4 times 6 is 24. When they understand the why behind it, they're able to take that knowledge and kind of apply it elsewhere. And they understand further concepts a lot more because of that deep level of understanding.
And the one thing I also liked about Eureka Math Squared was, in the beginning of all these units, there's a big explanation about the content. And like you said, the why behind the content and what led up to the content for that unit and what is to come. So it kind of puts that thread that goes through the whole scope and sequence. So it gives a better understanding to the teachers and what they need to deliver to the students. And when the teachers feel comfortable, I feel, the students feel that too, and they feel confident and they'll feel successful.
And that confidence is really helpful when they're in their small groups.
Exactly.
So the small group instruction that we see in the classrooms is primarily student driven, which is incredible. The students are taking ownership, they're running the centers independently, and the teacher acts more as a facilitator.
That's
the
what
teacher
we
is
want.
the teacher is a facilitator who's standing back. They've created the centers for the students, but those centers are independently running based on whatever skill or strategy those students are working towards.
That's the buzz you want to hear when you come into a classroom where the teacher is circulating through all the routines and rituals that they've gone over with the students, and the students start to kind of take over, and this teacher becomes that, like you said, the facilitator.
Absolutely.
Which I think is key for these students to feel a higher level of engagement.
We have a lot of classrooms in our building that are like well-oiled machines, where you have the teacher who's maybe conferencing with a small group of students, or maybe 1 or 2 students, while the other students are independently working in centers, and they know when that timer goes off, they know how to clean up, they know how to get ready for the next center, and they independently move to the next center and shift, and they continue their education, they continue their learning right then and there.
Okay, now we're going to go into Miss Parinello's 5th grade classroom.
I like to teach math because I love numbers, and I like to have fun with the students, and they love to come and do math because I make it fun by playing games. I create games for them every week. They have a different game. We're doing different activities here. I sing, I dance, I give them prizes, all kinds of things that they get, and they like to challenge me. We make games out of it, and we compete. Students versus teacher all the time. I physically meet with every student every day. I get at least 8 to 10 minutes with every group every day. So it's not a few students, it's every student every day. So I could see where they're at, give them individual attention every day when I'm working in my small group in my centers with them. So I can know how they're really gonna do when we do that exit ticket at the end. Everyone got it. Oh, the whole table got it. What does that mean?
That was natural.
That was natural. It's a fifth grade
Dun,
teacher.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm here at Chestnut Ridge Middle School with Principal Grant. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So, our conversation today is based on the use of manipulatives in mathematics.
Great.
And, I always start a conversation on manipulatives by saying that anything that the students have not learned well yet, it's because they have not been taught well yet. So mathematics is this subject, that has its own language, and can be very difficult for students if we're only expecting them to visualize what the math concept is all about. So this is where manipulative comes in. When students are able to use these manipulatives to develop deep understanding of mathematics, it helps them understand the concept better. You will see when you walk through classrooms, you will see students using these to build equations, to represent equations. But at some point, after using the concrete, you're going to see them using the pictorial representation. And that is perfectly fine. If students can draw a picture of the math problem on their state exam or in any assessment, they are demonstrating conceptual understanding.
This is a great way to build relationships with numbers. I think experience is knowledge. And the more times that they actually maneuver, manipulate, and if you explain to me that one side means one thing or the other, this is a great way. I can now remember this and I can see this when I am now solving a problem another way, on a test, on an assessment.
Exactly.
So the more times that they have this hands-on experience, like a science experiment, then they can actually retain. I think this probably increases retention at this point.
Exactly.
Right, and it probably boosts confidence.
Exactly.
Because the more times you do it and you get it right,
exactly,
then this is it. So this is a great way. I think manipulatives is a great way to build relationships with numbers.
The manipulatives can be used to help our bilingual or ENL students also understand get a deep understanding of math concept, because they're building the concept as they go along. And so that's going to be helpful. What do you think?
I agree. They may not understand the words yet, but they can actually understand the gestures, the movement, and their doing. And most people learn by doing.
So do you have a class for us today to take a look at manipulatives in action?
I actually do, and it's
you
not
do?
too far away. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go see Mr. Hanau's class in action now. So now let's take a look into Mr. Hanau's class.
Aprendemos más y nos aprendemos
2x+4.
y cuando lo hacemos en números, hay veces nos confundimos demasiado. En cambio, cuando lo hacemos en las figuras, tenemos como más ideas
2x+4 equal x+5.
de cómo ir aprendiendo más y así
By the way,
poder resolverlo más rápido.
Tenemos que ir primero a lo concreto, lo que puedan tocar, manipular, ver, a lo abstracto, que son los símbolos matemáticos. No se puede llegar a lo simbólico sin antes tocar primero.